problem you will find, I would say, dealing with the circumstances of not being or feeling like there is a sense of mutual respect is that a level of mutual respect would have to be developed within the person themselves, and it is only through that method that you will find that there will be a sense of purpose, of leadership, of example to truly figure out the best course of action. And then moving onwards, I would say there would never be a time where you will find colored people idling and feeling boxed up and isolated, but would rather have the courage to actually settle with the other colored people who are also being mistreated or perhaps misinterpreted by a society who have made it blatantly obvious that there is no sense of status as far as colored people are concerned within their eyes. And one thing you will find is a problem that I keep bringing up. I don't consider this problem fully in the hands of the American system, right? I do not believe the American system is actually, at least the North American system or the westernized system, is capable of solving this issue, because the westernized system is also unaware of the identity of the colored person, as the colored person is unaware of the identity of himself or herself or so on. And when you run into a situation where there are two unknowns and nobody is capable of making it right, there just leads into an empty space of frequent just idle-minded thinking, to the point where one party, should I say, has proposed that they are not interested and nor willing to do anything related to the circumstance, and the other party refuses to acknowledge that the circumstance is there as spoken of. And so the main issue or the main solution needs to be taken into the importance of actually developing programs, developing resources, and actually allowing the IQ of colored people to even reach the scale. As we currently know, the statistics show that the performance of people who represent color or come from a background of color are very, very low, to the point where they are not even gradable. And the sad reality of this is the only way you are going to make it out as a person of color is through education. There is no other method of actually understanding how to go through this system without truly feeling like everything you have has been taken away, besides actually going through the necessary education and going through the tools. And I am not talking about going into a North American or a westernized education system. I'm definitely speaking on a thorough education based on the needs of the colored community, and essentially the solution of the colored community to build together everything that they feel is missing, rather than waiting on the American store owners or the westernized communities to accommodate for their standard. You will find that once a firm level of understanding is developed, then there would be some knowledge proposed to those who have actually undergone the educational procedure within the westernized system, and they can conclude to you that for as long as you have colored skin, you will never be able to run the Western society. You will never even climb on top. The white people are way too intelligent to let somebody else who is not of their own come through and infiltrate their system, their economy, which is proven to be so dominant throughout many countries around the world, and even to the point where they are so dominant that they have controlled the complete capital of the colored people within America and several capitals moving onwards. So there will never be a level of complacency, or should I say thorough understanding, until these addresses are brought to the matter. And it is actually the failure of the colored person to acknowledge the fact that these matters are a concern. And as a result, you will find many colored people attempting to run towards whiteness as an excuse, only to realize it is a complete blocked off road and closed off community. No amount of educational insight, no amount of wealth or intelligence will ever change the fact that the westernized system runs as the westernized system should. It runs by westernized and European people, for westernized and European people, for the capital gain of those people, and rarely anybody else. You will find this very evident with the Chinese, for instance, who have actually had to form their own communities. You will see them running stores beside themselves. You will see them being capable of actually forming business and partnerships within their communities and their families. You will never in your life of living find a street full of colored shops that can work in unity and in collaboration, bringing towards a common objective of rising the capital of the colored people. And this is the issue that you will find for as long as I would say, colored people remain complacent on their status within the westernized culture, rather than actually taking an approach towards building culture. And I'm not talking about the culture that you see on TV. That culture was not created by the colored people, or should I say the educated colored people. The small percentage of colored people who actually are able to represent beyond sports and beyond music and beyond acting. These are all nothing but skits, proven to show that colored people are nothing but puppets as far as the westernized system is concerned. And this is the level of intelligence that I am honestly giving you insight that how the white people in America are very clever, to the point where they can convince the colored person that he is signing a $1 million contract, and in reality his return of the contract would be very close to minimal, or should I say null, given that most, and if not the majority of that investment goes straight back into the white capital, funding the white schools and ensuring that the white people can undergo free education and free healthcare, while the colored people are struggling to even pick up a pencil and even figure out the importance of healthy eating within their own community. And this is the sad reality that you'll find yourself facing when dealing with colored people. For as long as this level of thinking keeps colored people trapped to the point where there is no chance or room for development, or there is no effort put forward towards bringing a better initiative towards at least addressing the issue, there will never be a finish line for the colored person for as long as he is waiting for the white people to pat him on the head, better than the pet that they currently keep within their households. This is the main reason as to why you will see many colored people trapped. And while the colored people remain trapped, so do the people who represent the colored people remain in such a state. And that situation will always bring forward a spiral to the point where none of us will be capable of making something meaningful for the group.